The lawyer representing the young person involved in the BBC presenter scandal dismisses the claims as baseless, while the mother maintains her stance on the allegations. According to reports, the mother of the individual involved in the BBC presenter scandal has expressed her unwavering support for her assertions, despite a lawyer denouncing the accusations as baseless. The attorney representing the individual in question expressed skepticism regarding the accuracy of the Sun's narrative in a correspondence addressed to the BBC. The male celebrity, whose identity remains undisclosed but is said to be widely recognized, is the subject of the aforementioned story. According to the BBC, the letter asserts that there were no instances of impropriety or illegality between the individual, who is now 20 years old, and the presenter. On Friday evening, the young individual sent a letter to the newspaper refuting the claim and stating that it lacked any factual basis. Despite the lawyer's revelation, the corporation proceeded with the publication of the inappropriate article. For the latest updates on the claim made by BBC presenter, please continue reading. Following the publication of the letter by the BBC, the mother of the young individual expressed to The Sun, "It is indeed disheartening, but we firmly support our narrative and sincerely wish for them to receive the necessary assistance. Our intention was to provide assistance, but the presenter seems to have misunderstood our intentions. We are left wondering how they managed to hire a lawyer. Our hearts are heavy with sorrow." According to reports, the stepfather of the young individual expressed their disappointment regarding the statement made, stating that it is entirely untrue. As reported by The Sun, the initial source of the story over the weekend, the presenter allegedly provided a sum of approximately £35,000 to the individual in question in return for explicit images of a sexual nature over the course of 3 years. According to reports, it is claimed that he initiated the solicitation of these images in the year 2020, when the person in question was still a minor at the age of 17. Subsequently, he proceeded to make a sequence of payments throughout the duration of subsequent years. According to the individual's mother, the funds were allegedly utilized to support a crack cocaine addiction that had caused significant damage to their life. There were claims made that the host supposedly removed his clothing down to his undergarments while engaged in a video conference with those individuals. On Monday, the Metropolitan Police announced that they were in the process of evaluating the information provided by the BBC in relation to the allegations. The law enforcement agency is conducting additional investigations to determine if any unlawful activity has occurred in light of the accusations. Metropolitan detectives have been contacted by representatives of the broadcaster, who have indicated that they are currently examining the details that were addressed during the online gathering. However, it should be noted that an official investigation has not yet been initiated. According to the BBC, a representative from The Sun provided a statement stating that they had published an article regarding 2 parents who expressed their concerns to the BBC regarding the conduct of a presenter and the well-being of their child. The BBC did not take any action in response to their complaint. "We have observed evidence that substantiates their worries. It is now the responsibility of the BBC to conduct a thorough investigation." Significant progress, according to Jason Farrell, the home editor at Sky. The remarks made by the lawyer representing the young individual are considered a significant breakthrough. Farrell pointed out that the lawyer's statement took the BBC by surprise, suggesting that the organisation did not expect such a response. According to him, there will now be a significant focus on The Sun, as they have insinuated that the BBC failed to adequately address the concerns raised by the parents of the young individual. After lodging a formal complaint with the BBC on May 19th, relatives of the young individual turned to The Sun out of exasperation when they discovered that the presenter was still on the air a month later. The identity of the star has not been disclosed in the article. However, it has been mentioned that this individual receives a salary in the 6-figure range and is presently not on the air. The BBC issued a suspension to this person on Sunday. After the allegations were made public, it is believed that the presenter reached out to the young person involved. They contacted them via phone and inquired, "What actions have you taken?" The BBC released a statement on Sunday acknowledging that they were made aware of a complaint regarding the presenter in May. The allegations were given considerable weight, with a statement released by the company expressing their commitment to taking them very seriously. As a result, the presenter was promptly suspended, as the company had received further allegations of a different nature, in addition to their own ongoing investigations. According to Sir Craig Oliver, a former director of communications at No 10 and a former senior programme editor at BBC News, it is highly likely that an investigation will be conducted to determine the extent of the corporation's knowledge and the timing of such knowledge. Expressing his doubts, he raised the question of whether the existing procedures of the BBC were suitable for a world dominated by social media. He further proposed that the organisation would need to undergo a thorough evaluation of these processes. Several well-known BBC personalities, including Gary Lineker, Rylan Clark, Jeremy Vine and Nicky Campbell, have openly declared that they are not the presenter being referred to. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.